59% with just over 2,000 user ratings. Overnight, 600 reviews. Where are those 600 reviews for the past 6 days? Howdy, y'all. I am Adam the Renaissance Nerd. Last week, we brought to you the story of how racists, toxic Star Wars fans were review bombing Obi-Wan Kenobi and artificially lowering the score. At least that's the reality and version Disney and their loyal army of stans and SJWs wanted you to believe. I covered it. Many others covered it. They were the ones, in fact, doing the positive review bombing to artificially inflate the Obi-Wan score on the rating websites like Rotten Tomatoes. This was the final result on, I believe it was Sunday. Got all the way up to 61%. Oh, they review bombed the hell out of it. It started all the way down at 56, 54, and got all the way up to 61. Well, oh boy, this is where we are today. Look, all the way back to 54%. This is the reality that I continue to remind everybody truly exists. They tried their damnedest to cover up the failure of the show, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Real fans reacted, and you had a real score of sub 60% on Rotten Tomatoes. But here we are, a week later, and their failure is complete. You see what I did there? Their failure is complete. They did everything possible to try and artificially inflate it positively with actual review bombing generated by loyal stans and probably thousands of bots. Hundreds of bots, who knows, whatever. Here you go, though. This is the end result. Rotten Tomatoes score 54%, exactly back where it was a week ago. Now, if you think logically, it's probably under 50% when you remove the actual review bombing done by Disney bots and stans who blindly consume and don't think. This is reality. Obi-Wan is a trash show. It's terrible. It destroys lore, it destroys characters, and it spits in the face of actual Star Wars fans, real Star Wars fans who have love and passion in their heart for George Lucas's vision of a galaxy far, far away. But we're not done here. We're not done here because Disney, even as recent as yesterday, they are still pushing the narrative that they're right and that the fake positive reviews that pushed it over 60% because people love this show, that the toxic fans are still pushing the false narrative of everything that's wrong with Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yesterday, here on Bounding Into Comics, John F. Trent had us zero in on everybody's favorite pile of shit, Pablo, to quote Ethan Van Sciver, "Where are your balls, Hidalgo?" In Kathleen Kennedy's purse. We give that one to EBS. A crow. Hello, crow. Anywho, I got the window open. It's a nice day. We go right down. Let's go right down to Pablo basically attacking fans. Now, here is Pablo Hidalgo. Remember, I talked about in the previous video about the Joby Harold, the writer of Obi-Wan, who relies on Pablo for all his knowledge because he can't be bothered to even watch a movie or even a scene of a movie to get his knowledge straight. Pablo Hidalgo, the head of the story group, the guru of Disney Star Wars lore, which means, again, as I said, Pablo Hidalgo, the smartest kid on the short bus. Seeing a lot of people lying about the story, Obi-Wan knowing that Vader was alive and turning it into a story about Obi-Wan knowing Anakin was Vader. Who knows why? Impossible to say. Money! That's, of course, him saying, oh, we do this just for clicks, just for money. Well, yeah, I have a YouTube channel. It's part of my business. I'm trying to make money, but I happen to love actual Star Wars, unlike Pablo Hidalgo, who has done his level best for the past 10 years to savage and destroy actual Star Wars lore and replace it with his own crap. I mean, here, I love it. A couple pages away from finishing this read through of Dark Apprentice, second book in the Jedi Academy trilogy. Expect that discussion later today or tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. I love real Star Wars. I'm head deep in knowledge and lore because I love it and I consume it and I remember it because it means something to me. It means nothing to Pablo Hidalgo. In fact, he maliciously behaves this way because he hates actual Star Wars fans who know more about Star Wars lore than he does. So what is he talking about here? Well, he's trying to, again, reality invert that we're trying to make a story that Anakin turned Vader and Obi-Wan didn't know, but Obi-Wan did know, but how can you make it so that he didn't know he wasn't alive? I mean, this is the reality inversion. We go forward. Here comes somebody trying to point out to him, wait, what do you mean? Obi-Wan knows Anakin goes by Darth Vader as a Sith, right? Or at least heard it in Revenge of the Sith, didn't he? And here's Pablo again, inverting reality, trying to twist the narrative to suit his own demented story. Of course he knows he's Vader. He didn't know he survived. That's been status quo since 2005. That's a lie. That is a flat out lie. Pablo, you're an idiot. You're a plain old idiot because all you got to do, we're going to go down here because John F. Trent brings it up nicely. There was a book written during the EU era, during when Star Wars was Star Wars, by James Luceno, one, in my opinion, one of the top 3 Star Wars authors out there. Troy Denning is number 1. We give Timothy Zahn number 2 because he started the fire, then James Luceno, then Aaron Alston, and you can then create your list after that. But to me, those are the top Star Wars authors out there. James Luceno, who understands Star Wars, wrote a book, Dark Lord, The Rise of Darth Vader. Now, I didn't read this book because I wasn't into reading those books at the time. I just wanted to keep reading the story as it moved forward. But he got some quotes. John F. Trent has some quotes about Obi-Wan discovering logically, as I've said in previous videos, he would have heard that Vader is alive. And he knows that Vader is Anakin, as proven in Revenge of the Sith. It's just a scene where Obi-Wan's in a bar in Anchorhead, and he hears it on the HoloNet that Vader is doing shit. And there it is. That's how I said, in my own words in previous videos, there's no way that Obi-Wan would not have heard on the news of the existence of Darth Vader, who he knows is Anakin Skywalker. Logic. Tatooine may be an outer rim planet, but it is not cut off from the galaxy. It is the center of Jabba the Hutt's criminal empire. Smugglers, bounty hunters, they're constantly coming through there. It has a connection to the HoloNet. News would have happened. Obi-Wan would have heard it in some way, shape, and form. And James Luceno actually gave us the moment where Obi-Wan heard that Vader was alive. He would have heard. But Pablo doesn't like to play that game. Pablo likes to rewrite history. And he's helped out by Stans, too. He's helped out by Stans. Here's a Stan. Now, it's a funny thing. I'm getting this a lot lately, where you have Stans trying to get a little bit of Star Wars lore and twist it to suit their retarded logic. Because they're retards. Stans are retards, plain and simple. Besides purposely farming outreach clicks, I think this is because of a misunderstanding talked about a lot last week. Vader isn't like the Vice Emperor. Isn't that fun? And at this time, he's pretty solitary. The Jedi smugglers have for sure heard of him, but probably not most. Stan logic, folks, where they have to create their own headcanon to fill in the plot holes created by Disney Star Wars canon. This is how the Stans operate. They do the work for Pablo Hidalgo and his retarded minions. And here's Pablo replying, it's not that hard to figure out why Tatooine never heard of him. Luke didn't know the name in episode 4, and he was dreaming of going to Imperial Academy. Well, as others have stated in response to this tweet already, Luke is an actual farm boy who doesn't spend a lot of time in bars listening to the HoloNet. He doesn't have a life. He lives in a dream world. Always, as Yoda quoted, looking away to the future. Never his mind on where he was, what he was doing. Luke was a dreamer. Luke didn't pay attention to what was going on around him because he was a farm boy. Ain't like Dustin Cross back on the farm, boy. Twisting reality. Pablo is an idiot.
All too easy.
This is the result. They have now failed in their attempt to artificially boost the positive reception of Obi-Wan. So what is their fallback? Oh, let's continue to attack the toxic fans. The toxic fans who are dividing things, who are racist and bigots and hate a black woman because she's in a TV show. No, we don't hate Reva because she's black. We hate Reva because she's a bad character and poorly acted by Moses Ingram. That's why we don't like Reva. She's terrible. And they're now, look at this one. All right, I'm going to add this one right here.
Stay on target.
We're too close.
Stay on target.
They're now even attributing Vader's idea to plant a tracker on a ship to Reva. This is how these shills work. This is how the stands work. They create fresh headcanon to support the weak Disney canon so that their cognitive dissonance can continue. This is who we're dealing with. We're dealing with a short bus full of retards. Say it again. Obi-Wan is trash. Disney Star Wars is trash. Real Star Wars is right here waiting for you to embrace it. And if you really want to get started on it, check out my EU book club, where I go from the beginning of the continued story timeline. And we just keep on going. Have a good time. Enjoy it. Go check it out. I invite you to. And maybe if you want to then, pick them up and start reading. And I apologize, as always, that this has a Legends tag on it, because when I had to rebuy it, the description lied to me and said it didn't have it, but they sent it to me. But as always, if you really want to have a good start, you just go right here. Check that out. Boom. That is the expanded universe. The expanded universe timeline right there. That's all you got to do is check that out, find that, and you can have a good timeline of where you want to start reading your books. All right, I'm done. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, a like would be very much appreciated. And if you are new here, I invite you to subscribe to me right here on YouTube, where I'm here to earn your trust and support using facts and logic. Because facts and logic don't care about crazy Stan SJW fifis. Hit the notification button, share my video if you like what I'm preaching, and by all means, leave a real comment, because I want to hear from actual people who, even if you disagree with me, I'm sure we can find common ground and get along, because we are normal. We are not insane Stans and SJWs who are to a one cowards behind keyboards. I don't care what they think. I will never care what they think. In fact, I mock them openly and enjoy mocking them because of their smooth-brained responses. Thank you again for watching this video. Take it easy. Howdy, y'all. The first chapter of my fantasy novel, Guardian of Innocence, is now available for free. Click the link in the description below and join me in an old-school good versus evil story where Cole Lares, a disillusioned mercenary, suddenly finds himself dropped into the middle of a destiny he never asked for as the protector of Jania Sarai, a blacksmith's daughter who may hold the answers to finally stopping a millennia-old threat to the world of Rosetta. Cole's perceptions of love, family, trust, loyalty, as well as his very beliefs in fate versus free will shall be tested as he struggles to keep Jania safe from the minions of the dreaded Zabor Tal, former champion of the gods and now ruler of the long-forgotten Yis Empire. Click the link below, enjoy the first chapter, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and help it grow so that I can bring you the full story in the near future. Thank you, and enjoy the video. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you want to get in touch with me, you can reach out to me at therennerd@gmail.com. That email's for channel business only, so I check it on a daily basis. Also, you can find me at the Geeks and Gamers forums under @ROAS, and you can find me at Rumble and Odyssey, The Renaissance Nerd. Thank you again. See you next time.